Good morning, my tubies. Good morning, good morning. It's a fine Saturday morning and I feel amazing. I met someone last night and I had the time of my life. You're never going to believe his name is Jermaine, just like the ex-narc. Well, I thought, you remember, I don't know if you saw the video where I had met someone and he was starting to be a stalker. He was coming to my job, and I had to let go of him because I saw so many red lights in advance. And his name was Jermaine, but no. And I had met him through Uber. He was an Uber driver, one of my Uber drivers. So I started dating him for a minute. We dated for like 3 months. He sent too many red flags for my taste. You know how when I told you the telltale sign is that they want to move too fast. They want to sit up there and try to girlfriend you up and try to start relationships real fast. That's how that character was. So that was way too fast for my taste. No, so we did him, and remember how I told you he came back and he was stalking me and whatever, and I kept blocking and going no contact. I made it clear to him, no, this is not going to work. I don't think that we have too much in common. Blah blah blah. Anyway, and he came to my job, and I kept telling you he's coming back, and I knew he was coming back, but I made it clear. I don't think you want me to have to take out an order of protection or a, how you say, a restraining order. So why don't we do this the nice way? And we're just not compatible, you know. So far I haven't heard from him for like, I don't know what, 6 weeks. But you know how they are. Yeah, he came to my job. He brought the flowers. He was sitting outside in the car, and I was like, really? No, that's another reason I've learned too. Don't let people know where you work. That's how, picking me up from work. No, no, no. Going forward, I learned. Anyway, I went out last night, met somebody else. We went out to dinner, talked, and he seemed really nice. His name is Jermaine, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I want to share something with you that I found this guy. His name is, what is his name? His name is Brett Maverick. And he has some very informative videos, that prove to be very helpful. And one of the videos that he has is how to get over someone in just one day. And I listened to what he said, and I can identify with it because this is what helped me. This is what I did to get over my ex-narc husband. It didn't take me long to get over him anyway because he did too many things to piss me off and disgust me. You know what I'm saying? He was disrespectful, abusive, cheap and stingy, constantly lusting after Caucasian women, anything with light or pale skin. The man did so many, and he couldn't get along with my family. He was abusive to my cat. He couldn't stand to see anything or any. So that was kind of easy to get over that one. But I'm going to share these tips with you because I felt that these were helpful. And it's true. It's so true. Listen in, guys.
Hey, so things ended with your significant other, huh? Your chest hurts. Feels like somebody ripped your damn heart out of your chest, threw it on the ground, then tried to put it back in, right? It's a shame, but let's talk about that.
Yes, let's talk with Brett.
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Brett Maverick here. I hope you all are having an awesome day so far.
Oh, just so you know, he's a hottie.
Today, we're talking about heartbreak and how to get over someone. Everybody gets heartbroken at one point or another, guys. Even the richest, the most handsome, the most charismatic people in the world, doesn't matter. Everybody gets heartbroken. I know, it sucks. It destroys your confidence, make you feel like you're not good enough, and just plain sucks, right? It hurts more than some physical pain. I understand that. But today, we're going to show you how to overcome that and move on. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand is that not everybody is for everybody. There's this saying that I like to say, you could be the sweetest strawberry, but not everybody likes strawberries.
Isn't that so smart? You could be the sweetest person, the nicest person, but not everybody likes nice people, actually. Some people like drama. Some people like chaos. Some people like the sadistic masochists. And you're just not that person for this person. You may be a person who loves peace. You may like harmony. You may like everything to run smoothly. That's me. I'm not into drama and all of this nonsense. So that's a good point.
I've even been dumped before. It's hard not to think, well, what's wrong with me? I, work out, I'm fit, I work really hard, I'm smart, I study, I go to school, I get all.
Oh, you have to look at this man's body. How to get over someone in just one day? I told you, yes. He's a hottie, and it's hard to believe someone would dump him. Really? Honey, if he can get dumped, it could happen to anyone. Ah.
Stuff done, I'm super, outgoing and personable, but yet she still left me, right? What's wrong with me? Not everybody is for everybody. You just weren't right for each other. That's all.
Doesn't that make sense? Not everybody is right for everybody. You're just not right for each other. I didn't sit there and say what's wrong with me because I know that I'm not perfect. No one is. I have to work on my patience, and I have to work on being more tactful. I think when I'm dealing with people who are sensitive, I'm just I have a very, how you say, alpha personality. Well, actually, I know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. But you have a lot of people who are very sensitive, and I need to, work more with that, along with my patience. And I like to work on the volume. When I'm passionate about something, my voice tends to elevate. But when I'm mindful of it, I'm in control of it. I can be a real sweetheart, a real strawberry. But like he said, everybody don't like strawberries.
There is to it. I've had girls leave me for guys that were, to put it nicely, less than average. What do you think that makes me feel? I don't get bitter about it because I realize it just wasn't right. And on the other hand, I've also ended things with gorgeous women, 10 out of 10s, just because I knew that we didn't connect on that emotional and personable level, which is.
You see what he said? Sometimes you could see the most amazing guy who's gorgeous and everything, or the most beautiful woman. She's a 10, 10 on top of 10. But if there's no emotional connection, like there has to be an emotional connection with most women, actually. And there has to be a spiritual connection when it comes to me. I told you I'm looking for a man who is on God's team. He has got to make me laugh. And he's definitely, definitely have to be smarter than me. Because I am no longer dealing with these imbeciles, dummies, dumb a-holes. I didn't want to be mean, but yeah. And when I say smart, I'm not saying you have to be Einstein, you have to be a rocket scientist. My idea of smart is someone who has common sense. Common sense is you have a good person in your life. Why the hell would you ruin that? That's stupid. I can't deal with stupidity. I'm done with that.
Probably the most important thing. So the first thing I want to pound into your head is that not everyone is for everybody, and it's not your fault. Now, if you, fucked up in a huge way, then obviously I want you to learn what you can from the relationship. Nobody's perfect, obviously.
That's right. Now you have some people who they have screwed up. It has nothing to do with you, what you've done. There's like narcissists to make it clear. I mean, really, narcissists can't sit up there and say, "Well, everybody's just not." No, they're just rotten, no good pieces of garbage. It has nothing to do with there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah, there's everything wrong with them. But when you know that you're not a narcissist, then this video applies to you. This video does not apply to narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths. This is for people who are mentally healthy. Narcissists and people whose brains have been fried from heavy drug use or alcohol abuse and they have wet brain or whatever's going on, this video does not apply to you.
Maybe you could have been a little more romantic, a little less jealous. So learn what you can, but for the most part, it wasn't your fault. Just not everyone is for everybody. Not.
In terms of narcissists, I adore this guy, but I have to disagree with narcissists. Yes, it is your fault. You're not mentally healthy. You need to get some severe psychiatric treatment. You need to go to God in prayer. You need to find somebody who can, what do they call them? When you can extract demons out of people? Whatever. This applies again to mentally healthy people.
Every relationship is meant to work out. As a matter of fact, small percentages of relationships actually are meant to work out. So just be patient, keep trying, and you'll get there. There's 7.5 billion people on this.
I say that all the time. There's 7.5 billion people, if not more, because the population is growing every day, every year, whatever. How can you sit there and let just one person or a few people, you know, bring you down or tear you down? Do you know how many? There's billions out there, billions. Like I went out yesterday. I don't sit here and isolate or whatever. I went out yesterday and look at what happened. I met someone else. I already told you about Michael. Michael is amazing and he's all the above, but we're not going to work in terms of relationship. I was with him since October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's 10 months. I said if we can get past 18 months, I'm going to hang with the guy. Nothing was wrong with Michael except for he was overly endowed. And I know what my body can take and I know what it can't take. And those are things that people should talk about before they decide to jump into a relationship. They should talk about sex and what they expect and what they can handle and what they can't. I know what I can take. And I can't do Michael. That's just not going to happen. Anyway, let's get back. 7.5 billion people in the world.
Earth.
Let's go back to
and
that.
you're dwelling 5 billion people on this earth.
Hold on.
Keep trying and you'll get there. There's 7.5 billion people on this earth, and you're dwelling on this one person. What's wrong with you?
Thank
you. Think that one person was the only one for you? Nonsense. And let me take a guess here. You probably only romantically approached, maybe 50 women to get that relationship in the first place?
He's a man speaking from a man's point of view. But what have you done? You've only approached what? 50 men? No, darling. No, that's not the way to go.
Pitiful. You think you landed the one out of 50 women? Think if you approached 1,000 women, then what kind of success would you have? How many awesome people would you meet? Think about that. They say...
That's right. Think about if you go out and you meet 1,000 men. How do you go about meeting men? You have to get out there. They have so many dating apps. There's plenty of fish. There's Black People Meet. There's Meetup is not. I love Meetup more than anything because I've met so many people through Meetup. That's not a dating app. It's getting to hang out with people who you have things in common with. You like movies. You like theater. You like concerts. You like kayaking. You like amusement parks. You're always going to find a whole group of people like that. You want somebody to eat dinner with. You're always going to find people to eat dinner with. You want somebody who you can talk Buddhism with. They got groups for that too. That's the beauty of Meetup. It's the best app in the world.
The best way to get over someone is to get under someone else. And that is sort of true. Now, you don't have to go out there and be a man whore and try to sleep with every thought in the club, right?
But like he said, the best way to get over someone, it's kind of true, is to get under someone else. That doesn't mean sexually. It means that you have to get out there. You have to meet other people. You have to meet other men. Go out on dates. Getting up under someone don't mean sexually and being a whore or a thought or turning yourself into some cheap floozy. But you have got to get out there and meet other people.
Get out there and meet people. Get out there and put yourself out there. Put yourself on display. Put yourself out there and see what jives, And statistically speaking, if you go out there and approach 1,000 women, the chances that you connect with at least one woman or one person are extremely, extremely high. Most of you just...
So you got girls that saying, how the hell am I going to meet 1,000 men? You got to go out. Go out to groups. Go to your churches. Go to events. Like I said, you have over 50, 60 dating apps. There's this other new app. It's called TikTok. It's great. It's totally great. You never have to be alone again. You don't have to put up with the views. You don't have to put up with anything that you don't want to. Not this day and age. This is a whole new millennium. Yesterday's men are not like today's men. Yesterday is nothing like today. It's a whole new world.
Don't realize what is out there. The idea of a soulmate, this one person crafted just for you, is absolute blasphemy. It's just not true. It's a fallacy.
Did you hear what he said? To actually believe that there's only one particular person in the world for you, that is such blasphemy. That is blasphemy.
Easy to think that if one person, doesn't like me, some girl dumps you or whatever, it's easy to lose hope and think, oh, I'm not going to be good for anybody. Nobody's going to like me. That's just not the truth. I know this better than anyone because I run a YouTube channel. Every single day I have at least 50 comments telling me about how much they hate me. But on the other hand, I have probably 500 comments, people telling me how much they love me. So
That's one of the things I love about my YouTube channel as well. I have spoken to numerous men who you see I have my phone number. They have called me, and I do Marco Polo now. I just totally do Marco Polo. No more phone calls, but I get the Marco Polos. And even though you have some people who may say something negative, I look at the comments. I look at the comments on my channel, and there are like so many people who value and appreciate what I do and who want to get to know me, and it's amazing. That's another option you have. Start up your own YouTube channel.
the fact of the matter is, you just won't jive with everybody. It's just not meant to be, and it's a fairy tale. So one of the main things I want you to remember after, a breakup or ending things with your significant other is do not let that person destroy your confidence or your self-esteem, because your self-esteem is one of the things that is only yours and something that you can't put in someone else's hands. If you let somebody take that from you, that's very weak-minded. That's very beta. And since you're
You heard what he said? If you let someone sit there and take away your self esteem, you feel that you need validation from someone else in order for you to feel like you're somebody or that you're worth something. God knows I've never had that. Not what I haven't had that problem since I was 18, 20. Please. But I also like the fact that he said if you allow someone to destroy your self esteem, you are very, very weak minded. So you need to find a way to strengthen your mind. I don't know what you have to do. Read positive books. Go to some self improvement classes. Read self improvement books. I have some of the best authors, man, that will build your self esteem up in record time. I think I read a couple of things from several of the authors on my channel, but you have to do what you have to do. Don't let anyone tear you down. No one. And never be a beta. Because if you're a beta type personality living in an alpha world, you cooked. Your goose is cooked. We live in a very, very alpha world.
watching my channel, I know that's not you. You're an alpha. And moving
That's
forward,
right.
this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna eliminate all triggers of that person. You're gonna take all their shit and you're gonna burn it. You're gonna throw it in a dumpster across town. I don't want you thinking about that person anymore. Then after that,
Is that not a good idea? Take everything that will remind you of that person and destroy it, put it in the dumpster, burn it, do whatever the hell you have to, so you don't have anything around your home to remind you of that person. Because and no more going onto their Facebook or their Instagram to see what they're doing. The hell with all that. See, I didn't have to go through that with my ex because he's illiterate when it comes to computers and knowledgeable things like that. So he doesn't even have a clue. Facebook, Instagram, really, whatever.
you're gonna get out your phone. Do it right now. Seriously, get it out. Unfollow them on all social media platforms. I don't want you looking at any of their bullshit. Because the more you expose yourself to what they got going on in their life, it's like pouring salt in a wound. You're not letting it heal. You need to distance yourself from them and remove yourself of their existence. And my
Is that not the best advice that you've heard in a long time? That's right. Just unface them, no contact. Well, we've already discussed that no contact thing. We already know that going in. But I think it kind of helps when you hear it from a male's aspect. He's a younger guy. These days young people are kind of bright. You know? God, but he's a hottie.
last step for you guys for moving on like a man is the ice cream method. Those of you who watch my videos probably know what this is. I did a whole nother video on it. I'll link it down below. But what it is this. You want to create a life that attracts women. A life that is so full and so voluminous of great things. You got a great job, you got great relationship with your friends, you got hobbies, you got, fitness, you got this, that, and the other, that anybody in their right mind would want and thrive to become a part of that. So just like that.
Don't that make sense? The ice cream method? You have to have things to keep yourself busy. Like me, you have to have hobbies. Like my hobbies is I enjoy reading, I enjoy research, I enjoy crocheting while I'm watching documentaries. I enjoy watching History Channel. I love reading. So like when someone invites you out, you can't always be available because you have other things to do. You know, my house is a gym. I need to work out more. I got to say that much. You know, what about hanging out with your friends? If you don't have friends, that's the beauty of meetup. Meet up, go out there and make some new friends. And don't forget to say no sometime. Okay? Don't always be so available when you meet someone. You know? You have to have some things that take up your time. That makes them wonder. Let them think about what you're doing, where she's at, what, you know what I mean? You have to have a very busy life. Stay busy.
Old cheesy saying goes is before anybody can love you, you have to love yourself. It's absolutely true, baby. You
Yes, it
have to live
is.
a life that fulfills you. You want your ice cream bowl that has all your awesome stuff going on in your life. You know, job, hobby, relationships, all this other shit. And then on top, that scoop of whipped cream, that's the girl. And you know, if she wants to join the party, that's awesome. But even without her, it's still awesome. So,
That's
guys,
right.
don't dwell on that bitch anymore. Go out there, live your
Whoa.
life, approach women. I want you to approach 1,000 women in the remainder of this year. It's 2018. You got 6 months. Go make it happen.
Do we love this guy or don't we? Now let's flip it. I want you to go out there. You got 6 months. This is 2018. You make it your aim to approach 1,000. Yeah, I don't know about all 1,000, but let's aim for at least 100. Make it your aim to at least approach 100 men. I'm not going to say approach, but put yourself in positions where you can meet at least 100 men. And out of those 100, you're going to at least get three. At least. Okay? So you get your butt out there and start meeting other people. Because if you think for one iota of a moment that the narc is sitting there thinking about you, not at all. They're out there living their life, honey. They're not giving you a second thought. So it's me, Auntie Sheila True Love, and I just had to share that with you after listening to him. You know, I'm very impressed with this young man because he definitely has the right idea, and this is the solution. It's the solution. It is. So don't forget to check out Brett Maverick, Brett Maverick, Maverick. He's a man with wisdom. Sheila True Love, until next time, darlings, you have a great day. It's Saturday. Get out there and do something for yourself and make it happen. Until next time, I love you. You always have a choice. Choose wisely. Bye for now.